Three things in life are certain: death, taxes, and a Monday Reddit reading episode with your boys. Reddit on Wiki starts right now.
Get therapy. I don't know how to read. Get therapy.
What's up, Wikimaniacs, and welcome to another Monday Reddit Readings episode. I'm your host today, the Punny Pinoy John. Joined with me as usual are these two handsome boys, Josh and Sean. What's up, fellas?
What's going on? Are we auditing taxes now?
I mean, it is due in like a week, technically.
Oh, God.
shit.
It's the IRS. I'm here, baby. Give me all your money.
That's exactly how it is in America.
Oh, okay, good. I nailed it then.
Those glasses came in handy, huh?
Thanks. It was actually nice today.
Is it not freezing cold there anymore?
No, but it's supposed to snow again on Thursday, baby. So we're still
Hell
in the...
yeah, keep
fucking-
it going.
I have never had more comments responding to something I've said on an episode, other than unless I say something real stupid, but then the weather that I talked about last week, people were like, it's insane. I don't understand it. So I felt seen.
It would be like 40 degrees Fahrenheit here, and then the next day it's like 90. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
That's, yeah, exactly what it is here, except for like 20 degrees colder.
That shit is insane. But boys, anything you want to talk about before we get started today for today's episode?
Reddit on wikishop.com. Reddit on wikishop.com. We got two different collections up and available for you. We still have the Rotomorphs up there.
Yeah.
And we have Midscore's latest design. You guys love the 8-bit design. How about we do the 8-bit design, except we're fighting ice this time. So
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Fuck ice.
check that out. Fuck Ice, the merch available. John, sorry to... we can edit this out.
No, put
Do
him on
we
the spot.
know? All right. Do we know the charity we're donating to for this?
I
merch?
come prepared, my guy. So
Nice.
this is actually one of the top voted for April. We have it determined already because people have voted on our Patreon.
Nice.
But this one was suggested by Parmesan, so shout out Parmesan. And April's donations is going to go towards the Twin Cities Food Justice. So their mission is improving health through increased access to nutrient-rich food, especially among food insecure individuals. So shout out Parmesan for suggesting that.
Love that.
And look at that, accidentally being, John and I did not prepare that together in one-on-one, but I'm happy it worked out that way.
That wasn't
To where-
I had
entirely
a feeling I was
scripted.
going to get put in the spot today.
Well, no, I just meant the charity of choice from the patrons coinciding with the design of the month.
Oh, Twin Cities.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Minnesota. So
Yes.
look at that. So if you want to help out Minnesota's fight against ice and just helping everything over there, half of the proceeds from this month merch will go to that. So
My invitation to join Canada still stands just for Minnesota.
I might move to Minnesota to make that happen, brother.
Can we be proxied in, please?
Do I have
Yeah.
that power? Absolutely not, but I'll talk to Carney and see what happens.
Nice.
Josh, you got it. You got some connects, buddy. I know.
Oh,
you
yeah,
do.
You got some
yeah.
pull. You're white.
Put on the glasses. That gives you a plus $5.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
there
Try
we go.
again. Try again.
Try again. Talk to Carney real quick.
Minnesota's coming with me.
Hell yeah, dude.
Held gunpoint. Oh, you're becoming American, my guy.
A
No,
little bit of both.
they're becoming us.
Whoa.
Oh, shit. All right, boys. Ready to get today's episode started.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
All right. First story of the day is cross-posted by Logical Door 5900. The title is Overheard my husband on the phone with a friend. He didn't know I could hear him.
And the friends were kissy and
Mwah, mwah.
Whoa. Is this what do you call it from last episode? Where it was I guess 2 episodes ago. 3 episodes ago?
I don't know how far
You
back
tell
we're
us.
going.
I don't even
Never
know where your
mind.
head's going with this.
The guy that was like also in love with his best friend, but they neither of them wanted to admit that they were in love with each other.
Right. I see what you're saying.
Making it sound much more romantic than it was, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I hope it's not that, but it could very well be.
All right. Well, let's see how the story goes. I've been with my husband for almost 10 years and married for 2. We've always had a pretty great relationship, but lately life has been kicking our asses. They put issues with health insurance, rising costs of living, work drama, family drama, teenage kid drama, chores building up, paying off debt, and never having time to ourselves. We both have been taking turns being miserable, stressed out, and not our best selves. We try to acknowledge that it's life making us feel this way and we're still good, but sometimes it's hard, you know? We sometimes get snippy or sarcastic with each other, and I hate that. Yesterday, I woke up alone in bed and I was in a mood. I wasn't feeling well. I woke up with a massive, painful cold sore, and I was tired and grouchy and just didn't want anything to do with anything. I walked into my kitchen to make myself some coffee, and I noticed my husband sitting on the couch with his back to me and his AirPods in his ears. He had no idea I was out of bed and in the kitchen. He was on the phone with one of his childhood best friends who has been having some issues in his own marriage for a long time now. I heard my husband say my name, and I froze. I swear I wasn't trying to eavesdrop, I just wanted my coffee. This is what I heard.
I'm hoping good things.
Yeah, I'm hoping he's doing
I'm
a switch
hoping-
up on us.
Yeah.
I fucking hate my wife. Fuck. I'm sick of this girl. She's always grouchy. She
Damn
never
it.
make me fucking coffee. Just kidding.
John, you
they
better
put-
not do that.
Whoa.
Hold up there, partner. This town ain't big enough for the both of us.
What about the three
Oh my
of us,
God.
brother?
I don't have anything handy near me. I feel so
Hell
left
yeah,
out.
dude.
Can I run and get something?
No.
No.
They put, I remember when OP and I first started dating. I would drive 45 minutes to her parents' house to hang out with her, watch Netflix on the couch until like 4 a.m, then drive back home and get ready for work. I did that shit like 3 or 4 times a week, and I was so tired, man. I was so tired, but I didn't mind it because I just wanted to be around her. We weren't even fooling around or anything because my son was little and still sleeping in her room. Fooling around or
OP's
anything
son.
because, yes, they were still little and sleeping in her room. But it didn't matter because I just loved being around her and couldn't wait to see her again. It's different now because we've been living together and I don't have to do all that driving anymore. And we're stressed out about life and money and stuff, but I still love being around her. That feeling never went away. OP is my best friend and she makes me happy as shit, man. The best thing I ever did in my life was marry her. If it weren't for her, I don't think I would have made it this long. When she's not home, I fucking miss her. When I'm out with you guys, my mind is on her. You and your wife haven't been good for a long time, and I don't remember you guys ever being happy, even when you were first dating. Therapy isn't working for either of you. Maybe it's time to pull the plug and find someone who makes you feel the way I feel about her.
Nice.
That's a real friend too. Not like that is obviously nice when he's talking about OP, but like to be like that real to your friend and be like, hey, listen, man, like this is how I feel about my wife. I've never once heard you say that about your partner. Maybe it's time. You know what I mean?
And it looks like they probably witnessed it like, hey, you guys tried everything that you needed to try.
And many years of it.
And sometimes you just got to pull a plug if it's not working, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
The way my heart melted like a block of ice. Every negative thought in my head, every eye roll at his socks on the floor, every resentment I had built up just melted away. I walked back to my bedroom, coffee in my hands and tears in my eyes. An hour or so later, he slipped into our bedroom and said, "Good morning, love. I see you already have coffee, but I do have some tea for you." I'm meaning the gossip with his friend. I may not have everything that I want. There may be bills and laundry and dishes piling up. And sure, my car needs new tires and I have no idea where the money for that is coming from. But I am so lucky and I needed that reminder.
Man.
Nice.
Wholesome story, John. Thanks for doing
To start
that.
off,
I know you did it at gunpoint, but I appreciate it.
I was compelled to do it.
He
the white
changed the
man
end of the
got me.
story, actually.
Here's the update. There was no friend on the other line. He manipulated me the whole time. It was all lies.
No, but that is what we talk about in like how relationships should be, quote unquote, difficult. It's not difficult between the two of you. Life is difficult and you work together to get through it and make it better on each other. You lean on each other, 100% of the time sometimes. Sometimes it's 50-50. Sometimes it's 25-75. And leaning on each other, depending on how difficult it is for the other person, is how you get through the tough times. And so, yeah, it sounds like OP and her partner, like husband, are doing it right. So kudos to them.
Yeah. And I hope it sounds like OP was saying that he did, but I hope he's after that was like, went up told her the tea of the friend for sure, but also was like, this is what I told him, and then said all that good stuff. Because as nice as it was to say, I'm sure it'd be nice for her to hear it being told to her as opposed to just heard from secondhand sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I imagine that's what he did
Reassurance.
because he was like, yeah, I got tea for you. So yeah, I mean, life sometimes be life, and you know what I mean? It's never easy, but with your partner, I'm imagining if there was nothing to do and life was easy, be the best fucking time with your partner. Like, that's why I'm always like, when people are like, oh yeah, I've been dating this person for 3 months. We fight a lot. I'm like, get out, brother.
Jesus.
Jesus
Already?
Christ.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Every time we have a Reddit story like that, I'm like, break up. Like, this is the time that y'all should be in bliss, dude.
Oh man, there's so many times where it's like something will happen in like my real life, and I'll just be like, man, this sucks. And then I think about, what if I didn't have Sienna in my life? And I'm like, this would suck so much more. I was
Yeah.
like, Jesus Christ. So it's just like, yeah, that's how it should be, where it's just your partner and you build each other up.
And I think that's what partnership's about, like, navigating life. And it is like what you guys are saying, there are going to be ups and downs. There's good and bad. I mean, and that's like what Josh is saying is like, it's never going to be 100%. Some days, and like what OP mentioned in the beginning, they take turns being grouchy and they take turns like having a mood, which is, it's life. That's how it is. It's funny that you mentioned, Sean, that you mentioned about like wanting the tea. So top comment from Typical Management commented, "This is great. Now, girl, what was the tea?" LOL.
Bill.
To which OP responded, "I don't know if I can reveal the friend tea, but I do have some of his work tea he shared with me. My husband works for a small company that has 2 owners who are both siblings, both married with children. My husband, the one that does the grunt work, another worker, a 20-something-year-old assistant, and an office manager/secretary. The previous office manager, who is 30s and married, was having a baby, so she quit the company, and the main owner hired a 19-year-old girl with no experience, but she is super, super pretty. My husband said she's absolutely terrible and has no idea how to do the job, so he was constantly smoothing things over with clients, which is not his job. He said she's nice enough, but they had 0 people skills and was constantly messing up. Main owner was buying the secretary clothing, shoes, lunches, and Starbucks every day and was being really weird about her. Like going through her bikini pics on Instagram and saying he would talk to her parents about her quitting college and he would pay her whatever she wanted if she would stay with the company.
He's saying this out loud?
She was working there 2 weeks when he made the offer, and the previous office manager was not given any of these perks. And again, the secretary was awful at the job and clients were getting upset and refusing to interact with her. Main owner's brother, who was also an owner, thought she should be let go and had no idea why his brother wanted her there so much. The assistant claimed he hooked up with the secretary and the main owner flipped out. Now, main owner's wife has been at the job every single day and the entire environment is tense. Everyone is being cold to the secretary except my husband, who's like, why are we all blaming the powerless 19-year-old child here?
Yes.
Sure, she's bad at her job. Hey, yo, the husband's a goat. Sure, she's bad at her job, but she's not the one being creepy here. Every day that there's been a new development, he comes home and yells, "You'll never guess what happened today."
Oh my
God. It's crazy in any situation. One, when you're like, want to be romantically involved with somebody and also be like, well, let me talk to her parents.
Yeah.
When you say that out loud, does that not visibly make your skin crawl?
Do you not feel the red flags?
Do you not feel terrible about what you've done or what you're trying to do to where you're like, yeah, I'll talk to her parents. We'll get this sorted out. Ew. Ew, brother.
And then it's insane for the rest of the office to be like, fuck her. Like, what did she do? Like, it's not her fault. She got hired to this position. I'm not going to say no to a position that I'm hired for. And then, being creeped on by the fucking owner of the company. What? Like, that's such a power dynamic.
Yeah, it's like they don't know power dynamics exist at all.
That's crazy.
And it's illegal because the girl's only 19 and the owner's probably like hella old.
That's true. It is.
You gotta imagine.
It is illegal.
Mm-hmm.
Right, John?
Oh, by the way, we missed a huge illegal.
No, we didn't.
Apparently. Oh, we didn't?
No, okay.
I saw a lot of comments saying we missed a huge one.
No, I must have had a bad time editing last week because so John read the story. He's read what was the story? It was like
The one that doesn't want to compliment his wife.
yes. Okay, so it was the guy who didn't want to compliment his wife. John read it out as 39 male, 29 female, been together for 10 years, and then I clarified afterwards. I was like, what did you say? And then he clarifies 31 male, 29 female.
Oh.
But I was so gaslit even when I read back because John said it like, no, this is what I read. I was editing through and I was like, oh, that must have been what he read. So I just cut that part out. And so it just says 39 and 29. And I felt so stupid when I listened to that back. I was like, God damn it. Jesus Christ.
We had a lot of comments being like, y'all missed it completely. It was just guys, I'll take blame for this. My shit was fucking freezing up. Josh probably had a terrible time editing.
It was a rough edit. That's fair. Yeah, that to give
don't
myself a little
don't
bit
give
of
yourself all the don't take all the blame.
Don't shoulder it. Everyone. I probably read it terribly. The freezing was happening, and
when we go down together.
We go down together. All right, we're all sinking in the same boat.
But I did just because like I also cut out the Patreon. It was a rough week last week apparently. So my apologies to everyone.
Is that not just a sign of how good Josh is? That when he makes one mistake, everybody fucking.
It's so noticeable.
Hey, kudos to Josh.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Gotcha,
Our white devil works extremely hard. People don't fucking get at him. We'll fight.
We'll fight.
Exactly. We'll fucking fight.
We'll fucking get these.
God damn it! I want glasses. No, I'm getting one.
Don't fucking say shit about shit.
Yeah.
Are we gonna take him off as soon as he gets here?
Just for that, I'm leaving this bitch on. All right. Wanna fuck on me, guys? All right. I'm reading the next story. All right. This one is cross-posted by one of the goats. Sensational Shally.
Oh.
This one is titled, I, 24 female, just saw my boyfriend's 25 male of 3 years resume. How do I proceed?
Oh, no.
Is he just lying on it? Because if so, back him up. Be a reference.
Yeah.
We're trying to get our money up here, guys. What are we doing?
I've never worn these style of glasses and I can't see for shit.
Really? I feel like I see all right with these.
They are difficult to read in, for sure.
It's so polarized. So like it's making my screen like so blurry, but fuck it, I'm gonna leave it on. Story goes as this.
Fuck it, we ball.
Out of spite. My boyfriend wanted to go back to school. I have a decent paying job and we have been in a fairly low cost living situation. So I agreed that I would financially support him while he left his old full-time job and searched for part-time employment that worked around his new school schedule. It's been about 6 months since he quit his job, and he hasn't been able to find work outside of picking up the occasional shift at Target, which according to him, they only drop about once a month that he can pick up. I know that the job market is bad, so I haven't been blaming him, but I have made it clear that the financial strain of supporting 2 people while paying off student loans and our car has been a lot on me, and I would like him to focus on finding something so that he can financially contribute. That's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot to take on.
Today, I had the idea to have him send me his resume to see if I could help him beef it up and support him in the job search process. He sent it to me, and it is no longer a surprise that he hasn't found anything.
It's going to be like the resume on It's Always Sunny. It just says odd jobs here and there, employment here, there. Also years 2005 to 2010.
It's blatantly clear he's never even Googled how to properly format a resume. There are no bullet points of his responsibilities below the jobs listed. Each job has like 1 sentence each, which doesn't even reach the end of the page. For education, this is bad.
Oh, man.
For education, instead of his current school, he just listed higher education. He was in a
the highest education.
You can't get higher education.
I'm smart. Spelled wrong.
S is backwards like a fucking Rugrat.
It's a 5.
He was in a project manager role with many accomplishments before this, and he hasn't listed any of them. I'm so angry because it's clear that while I have literally cried to him over the stress of supporting two people, he hasn't even Googled how to format a resume. I'm thinking either he's an idiot or he's enjoying being provided for and playing video games all day more than he likes the idea of helping out. I say both things are true.
Yeah.
I need to know if I'm being unfair. He has been applying and he has been going to interviews. How do I bring this up to him without seeming judgmental? I feel like my judgment is clouded by anger right now and I don't know how to proceed. He's currently at school and I have a few hours before he gets home. Also, am I the asshole?
Kind
No.
of insane that he's getting any interviews at all.
That is crazy, actually.
I mean, kind of kudos to him. I mean, that is impressive, if I'm going to be
His
honest.
higher education is very enticing, Sean.
I mean, with a resume that shitty to even get a call back to me is
Is wild.
surprising.
Yeah.
Which makes me think he's not really interviewing.
Mm.
He's just being like, oh, I got an interview. And then
Yeah.
fucking goes to a coffee shop and doom scrolls all day. Yeah, I just can't imagine him interviewing at all. It does seem like he is enjoying this lazy phase of life. And honestly, truly bold to send it to you
Yeah.
and not judge it up. Unless this is the judged up version and the worst version exists.
Well, okay, so I'm with you, Sean, where I think he's been lying about the job interviews as well as Target, because it's like once a month, right? That's what he said?
Yeah.
One
I
shift a
don't-
month seems
How
unbelievable.
packed is Target that they can only give out one shift a month to.
Plus,
But also,
I mean, they have been
is-
losing a lot of business, so
no.
they
I,
have
I get that part, but it's like seemingly they hired him. Why would they hire a position if they're only going to give them one shift a month?
a month. Yeah.
It seems unbelievable to me.
my theory for that one, Josh, like I know recently, especially it happens around seasonal time, like they have these things where I think Amazon does it as well. It's kind of like a flex schedule where you kind of bid for certain hours, but you're not like considered like, I guess like an full-time employee, kind of like more like
contractor,
a contractor in
basically.
a way.
Yeah.
I think I could be completely wrong, but I know like some companies have been offering those types of jobs lately.
Right. I'm just saying this with everything else it's adding up to he's probably lying about that as well, in my opinion. But who knows? It could be something like that. And then it's like, even if you are the laziest piece of shit, and I say this with a lot of disdain, it's like, you could AI your resume. You know what I mean? Like, I hate it, but you could do it. And a lot of people do. So it's like, even if you are like sending your partner your resume, it's like, why are you not even like, just ChatGPT, give me a resume? You know what I mean? Like,
I wonder if he truly believes this is an okay
best.
and fine resume.
God, then he is dumb.
Which makes me scared. To be honest, if I am OP, I might break up. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, because one, you're either not trying, or two, you're just too dumb for
You're
real
not even
life.
lazy trying. And yeah, or you're too dumb is exactly right. Oh my God.
When I first read this story, I was just like, there's no way in hell you were a project manager before and not
True.
know how to fucking write a resume. Because the amount of responsibilities of having that is like, dude, you're probably good at creating and curating shit if you're a project manager. So
What about this guy is real is what I want to know.
He was a project
I don't
manager
know.
at that company where they have two owners, and one of them is fucking a 19-year-old.
Oh God.
maybe he was a 19-year-old.
What's your project? Oh, I had to find a 19-year-old
Jesus
to hire
Christ.
for this.
So he's seen a resume then.
There's still no excuses on this.
God damn.
Inside Implement commented, this is the top comment as well. How did he get into the project manager role before? It's confusing that he got into that in the first place without a decent resume that he could just update. When I started reading your post, I was ready to be like, well, not everyone picks up on stuff like that. Maybe he just didn't know. But by the time I got to the end, I was mad as hell. Maybe don't be confrontational, but you can sure as hell be judgy. You have been supporting him, and it's clear he didn't put in real effort to make himself marketable. He should have known you're mad about that. To which OP commented back, that's the thing. He had a resume back then, like a real one. I've seen it because I helped him with it then a few years ago before he got the project manager job. That's part of why I'm so confused. So this is breakup worthy to me, like what you guys are saying.
Well, because it's just like you could just use the same resume and then just add the few years you worked at this project manager
the
position.
last job that you had.
What are we talking about? Yeah, if I saw my partner going through that and I would just unable to get a job due to my own stupidity or laziness, I would expect to be broken up with, I think.
Is there a chance that some occupations want a different format for a resume and he thinks this is my best? But then even if that is the case, he's too dumb for life. And then he just got to break up.
But you also research that when you apply.
True.
So
I think resumes are outdated as hell, but this is me just going to soapboxes because I think they're just a stupid way, especially how it's filtered now. But
it's just to phase people out, I think.
It is. It absolutely is. It's like they use a lot of like systems to like just get those specific keywords from your resume anyway. So it's like they parse people out, and sometimes AI does a terrible job of doing that.
And I've heard in most jobs nowadays, it's like if you don't apply within the first 2 days max, they're not even looking at you. Like they are filtering through hundreds of applications already anyway. So it's like, I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong. Finding a job right now is insane and difficult. But like, it doesn't even sound like he's putting in the work that's required to even get to that next stage.
Exactly.
Ghost postings is what they call it nowadays. It is fucking horrible.
What's a ghost post?
It's like a job that's been up for months.
Some company, that's also like kind of what Josh said, but also a lot of companies, what they do is they're trying to steal like your data information. So they create like they create like fake job postings. So you can go ahead and like, post your resume, they filter out their data, and then they use that to like create some sort of an algorithm. Like, okay, so this is like the type of applicants that we're going to get in our system. What can we do to like mess around and like, how can we leverage that? How do we fix the fucking salary range and all that shit because of like the type of candidates that you're getting? There's some shady shit going on, Sean.
I hate
late stage capitalism, baby.
Oh yeah. And also like this last point, this boyfriend is lazy as fuck because like websites like LinkedIn or Indeed, you just input your job information, years that you went to, and there's literally features there where you're like, save as a resume or save as a PDF.
It does it for you, yeah.
It does it fucking for you, lazy fuck. So I don't understand why that boyfriend hasn't done that.
Maybe he's trying to make it so bad that it's like, there's no way AI could have done this. This is all me.
Trying to stand out.
I'm a real person with a higher education.
All y'all have that AI shit. All your resumes sound the same.
Yeah.
Not me.
HR is like, hey, this is a real person. They are an idiot, but
they're fucking stupid.
We would never hire them, but just so you know, this is a real person.
Oh, shit. All right, moving on to the next story. This one is posted by Girlt. The title for this one is, My husband of 6 years wants to be the father of another woman's child.
I can't even. I'm trying to think of a scenario.
I'm wondering if it's like a surrogate situation or like a maybe like y'all are friends with like a lesbian couple. Maybe they need a sperm donor.
Oh, I see. You're hoping it's like a positive.
I'm hoping it's a positive somehow.
I'm picturing he sees this kid at like your kid's school, and he's just like going on to be a D1 athlete or something like that. And you're so we went to very different spots, and you're just like
crazy.
I want that kid.
The genetics on that one's crazy. All right, well, let's see how it goes. So my 26 female husband, 30 male, unleashes this on me three days ago, and I'm still reeling. We're talking over dinner, and he mentions that a longtime friend of his wants to have a baby. I don't know this woman personally, but he's talked about her before. Apparently, she asked him to be the sperm donor, and he said he was very flattered, and he wanted to do it.
Crazy to say I want to do it without getting,
talking.
Like, go ahead with your wife, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm honored, I'm flattered, I will think about it, of course.
I'll consult with my partner and get back to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
At first, I was really surprised, but not necessarily upset. Even though I didn't find the idea palatable, I didn't want to jump to the wrong conclusions, so I told him to explain a little more about what this meant. He tells me she's wanted a kid for a while and she decided not to wait for a relationship anymore. I asked him if it would be difficult for him to know somewhere out there he had a child that he couldn't see or whose life he couldn't be a part of, and if that would affect him emotionally. Then he whips out some really upsetting news. This woman wants him to actually be the father figure. She wants him to be a part of the kid's life, like the actual dad.
I think he slept with someone and cheated on OP, and he's trying to play it off like this.
This is crazy. I am wondering if they're just like, yeah, and she doesn't even want like a sperm sample. I think she just wants to have sex with my husband.
For a couple weeks, I gotta have sex with her. It's no big deal.
We're just trying to get her pregnant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm talking to you like this is completely normal. What
You
don't
understand.
you get?
Also, I want that D1 athlete kid over there.
While we're on the subject of me making kids everywhere.
I do not like this for one major reason. He's been intimate with this woman before.
And
They dated.
he's gonna do it again.
Oh my God.
They dated in their early 20s, but he refers to her as a friend, and before now, I never minded their friendship. I assume they didn't think of each other that way anymore, and they still might not, to be fair, but isn't it very fucking intimate to share the active parenting of a child?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're in a relationship if they're doing that shit.
Yep.
I think you're being phased out, OP.
I just don't know if they'd keep it platonic, considering their history and this very bond-building event they want to plan. He said, I'm overreacting and that I'm not showing trust in him. I'm being insecure, and it's insulting because he's always been loyal to me before, and I have no reason not to trust him.
Man, we're hitting all the check marks of gaslight and
Yep.
just
Crazy.
make you think you're crazy. Yeah.
Which is true, but it's just so uncomfortable for me to consider. To Josh's point, she's being gaslit right now.
Yep.
There's another issue too. He and I have talked about children, and I let him know fairly early in our relationship, right when we started getting serious, that I have some fertility issues that may make it difficult to have kids in the future. I let him know that I've never gotten a specialist's opinion and that nothing was certain, but I've been told it may be a concern in the future. It wasn't something in the forefront of my mind. We had both agreed to put off planning a family for a few years. So to me, it was a distant issue, one that I thought I'd just deal with later when we were trying. He goes on to tell me he and this woman have been discussing this for a few days, and he's going to do it because I might not be able to have his kids anyways. And if it turns out I can't, he wants to seize this opportunity because he might not get another one like this later.
So you're holding resentment on top of everything else. Okay. Get the fuck out of
So
my house.
divorce,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Go be with her then, you piece of
Right?
shit. Yeah.
Why do all of this shit? Like, do you hear yourself, dude? Crazy.
I feel hurt. My emotional reaction is that I'm somehow inadequate, even though we haven't even started trying for kids and I don't even gotten a specialist's opinion. I feel written off. I feel shocked. I'm very fucking upset. But deep down, I wonder, what if I can't have kids? Is it fair to deny him parenthood?
Oh,
Am I looking
God.
at... Dude, like, just leave this fucker.
Yeah.
He has
honestly.
successfully gaslit, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Is it fair to deny him parenthood? Am I looking at this the wrong way? Truthfully, he has always been faithful. Could this dynamic somehow function properly in a way I'm not seeing? I'm so weirded out right now, I wouldn't even know how to picture this future. We have an argument. He tells me I'm being selfish because he has always wanted children, and I cannot expect him to give him such a huge dream of his. He says he isn't cheating with this other woman. They aren't going to have sex. He claims it'll be like he just has a kid he can father, and the kid will just live with a friend.
Imagine how confused this fucking kid's gonna be,
Yeah.
dude. For a second, think about somebody else besides you.
No, she's selfish, Sean.
This is
That was a hard
crazy.
word sentence to get out.
I understand.
Selfish. He says it really has nothing to do with our relationship. It's his own personal matter, and I wouldn't have to do anything. I think that's really how he views it. Like when one person in a marriage has a time-consuming, expensive hobby that the other doesn't
This
enjoy.
one's a kid, though. This one is a
It's a whole
child.
different
All
shit.
encompassing. I don't think the kid will not be a hobby.
Nope.
Especially if he's talking about fathering and being like there for the
Involved.
kid. That will be his life, and you will not be involved.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But still allows their partner to do, even though it means giving up time and resources. But this is a child, not a sailboat. This is a woman he's dated and slept with, even if it was years ago. And that's what's off-putting to me. I honestly have never been in this position, so I don't know if I'm just freaking out. I don't know if people commonly do things like this. They don't. Or how these things turn out, or how I'm supposed to approach this. A child would be a huge part of his life that I apparently will have no part in. Can someone reality check this, please? How do I even proceed with this?
I don't even know where
Divorce,
to begin.
right? Like just you begin with divorce.
You begin with divorce. Sorry, I meant like going through all the things that have been wrong with this story, because it's just like, okay, illegal probably first of all, but because she's 26 and 30 and they're married. Yeah, that's against the Sean rule for sure, I imagine.
When did y'all start dating?
A husband of 6 years. So 20 and 24, right?
Yeah,
good math?
that's fine then.
That's good.
Okay, we're all right.
That's legal.
All right, you get off on that one on a technicality. But
really
yeah,
pointing
it's
that
like
gun like willy nilly.
He's got a lot of other red flags.
yeah, because it's like, yeah, you might have like issues getting pregnant, but you haven't explored those issues. You haven't talked about that together. You haven't even looked into other options, like even you guys getting a surrogate, if it comes down to it, or adopting, where he can still be a father figure. You could still be parents together, and there doesn't have to be any other outside external factors to worry about. The fact that he pitched this to you is like, hey, my friend approached me. She wants me to be a surrogate. Oh, you want me to go into more detail? I'm also supposed to be a father figure. Oh, it's actually a you thing that you're not okay with this. And it's because I'm actually holding resentment because you might not be able to have a kid, even though I said that was okay. Breaking all that down, OP, does that not sound like an insane ask of someone? Because it is. You are you are being gaslit into thinking this is okay, and it is not okay because I think he's cheating on you with this person and she's pregnant.
I was gonna say, it's also, I'm gonna fuck her. I'm gonna tell you I'm not gonna fuck her. I'm definitely taking down. I'm a piece of fucking shit, and you shouldn't think otherwise.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Even if everything is going down, by the book, like he's saying, they're doing it the right way, which there is, like, this situation is to actually want to be involved is weird, I think.
Yes.
So there is no right way, but like there's no way this kid doesn't end fucked up. You know what I'm saying? If he stays married to you, I mean, again, maybe there is a chance, but it just seems like they really don't care for you at all. Like, y'all haven't like what Josh said, y'all haven't even tried.
That's what I mean.
And if all of a sudden being a father was so important, why was I'm your wife? Why haven't you brought this up so we could at least start trying?
Yeah.
You're coming out of nowhere being like, yeah, I'm going to do it. It sure sounds like what Josh is saying. It's already happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're trying to say, yeah, we got to do it right now. The opportunity is right now because it's already happening. And if you wait any longer, the math is going to math and she's going to find out. So just what a terrible situation. Insane that, he was able to fucking get you to even believe for a second, because he probably has been doing this for the entire not this situation, but just gaslighting you and for the past 6 years in order to make this fucking insane proposition sound kind of normal to you. It's not normal, OP. It's weird as fuck.
The fact that OP is even questioning that that's a normal occurrence, there's nothing normal about this scenario.
No, dude.
Low key, my D1 athlete thing was less insane than this.
Low key. I mean, even just the saying yes to being the surrogate thing was weird off the rip.
Yeah.
And then you find out oh, we've been talking about this for a while now.
And it's a past partner.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What? Oh, it's a past partner. Oh, I'm going to be the fucking father figure.
Yeah. Oh, it's because now it's because I resent you for maybe not being able to have a kid, even though we've never looked into it.
Yeah, because we've never fucking tried once.
Yeah.
This is crazy, dude. Divorce. I've never seen a clearer divorce story in my life.
Top comment for this one by Cardinal29. They commented, nope, not selfish, perfectly reasonable. What a can of worms this is going to open up. Oh my God, are you sure they're not sleeping together and she's already pregnant?
Yeah. That's if I had to put odds on it, it's like 80%.
To which they updated 11 days later. By the way, this is from 2015, so this is kind of an older post. They put, well, everyone was right. He was cheating.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
No, it wasn't.
I called the girl behind his back and found out everything. She wasn't nice about it. It wasn't a fun conversation. Nothing else I can say except I'm out of there and divorce is happening. We dated 3 years, married 3 years, and I'm a stupid idiot and I can't believe I didn't see it before. Makes me cringe to look at my posts of how naive could you be. Also, it's not your fault that your husband is a fucking cheater, OP.
Yeah.
Also, fuck the other girl for being mean to you. You slept with my husband, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then a final comment that was deleted, but this was their most upvoted. Don't beat yourself up, OP. When you love someone, you're inclined to see the best in them. That's why it's hard for virtually anyone inside a relationship to believe their partner could be cheating on them.
True.
Our mind wants to believe that our partners are fundamentally good people, so we tend to find ways to excuse behavior that seems suspect to an outsider. It's why it's always a good idea to talk to others when you have a gut feeling that something is wrong. In any event, I'm sorry for your loss. Hopefully you're working to move past this and will eventually open yourself up to loving and trusting someone again.
We got this handled, OP.
Are we just rocking it?
We got him.
All right.
Story, brother.
Moving on to the next story. This one is posted by puzzle-headed Airy48. The title is, Today I fucked up by tapping my wife's butt before I left for work.
And then, hell yeah.
Then you tap that ass.
And I was late for work.
My wife and I have a son who is in kindergarten. When it's her day to take him to school, I will leave before them to beat traffic. I usually just tap her on her butt and say, I love you, and I leave. So, this morning was her day to take him to school. So I did my normal thing on tapping her on the butt and said, I love you. I didn't think any of it. They went on as usual until around the time my son gets out of school. My wife called me and told me that something happened with our son and his teacher. For background, For background, my son adores his teacher and very much likes being in her class. So I arrived to see my wife waiting in the office of the school, and we both go and talk to the principal. I was extremely worried because he hasn't had any issues at all. But apparently, when everyone was leaving for the day and they were all walking in line to leave, my son tapped his teacher on the butt and said, I love you.
Tough.
Realization hit me like a truck. He learned that behavior from me. My wife and I were both extremely embarrassed about the situation, but his teacher was very understanding. We all had a talk with him about why that is not okay. I'm assuming he thought that it was a way to show his love for someone. Do not tap your wife's butt in front of your 5-year-old.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure this happens like fairly often with teachers where stuff like this happens, and it's like, there's no malice behind a kindergarten doing that. So
5-year-old, you know?
Yeah. So
once we start moving up the grades, it becomes increasingly alarming
Yes.
for sure. But kindergarten, I think, is fine.
there's an age where it's innocent, and it's just like, oh no, you don't do that to like people that. I don't even know how you explain that to a child. Don't ask me, but it's
They're not your wife.
yeah, or your partner. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do that. But yeah, harmless at the end of the day, and then just teach them not to do that to their teacher.
Top comment for this one. Bach Dad commented, all is good, man. Don't sweat it. And tap your wife on the butt from all of us.
You don't have to. You can leave me out of it.
That reminds me of that one story we did way back. I also choose this guy's dead wife.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy.
That was wild.
That is fucking Insane. Honestly,
could
the
go
best
back-
Reddit comment of all time.
If you could go back in time and have sex with one person, who would it be?
This guy's wife.
No, it says if you could have sex with any one person in all of history, who
Oh,
would it
there
be?
you go.
The guy was like, my wife, so I could feel her embrace one more time. And then it's also this guy's
This
dead wife.
guy's dead
Jesus Christ. Just the most heinous comment, bro.
So out of pocket.
Oh, shit. All right. Last story for today before we head over to our Patreon and YouTube member section. This one is from r/nuclear revenge.
No Underbaki segment?
No, there will. It's just our last story,
okay.
and then we're going
Oh,
to proceed to the
Last
segment.
story,
Yeah,
then
yeah,
under.
Understood.
Let him
Yeah,
roll.
yeah.
Let him cook.
My bad.
Let us cook. We got this. This one is titled, She Cheated on Me, so I had a threesome with her former ex-boyfriend and the guy she cheated on me with.
Got him. I'm so confused. But I guess
Yeah.
good for you. I don't know if that's.
I guess kudos.
Yeah.
To clear up any confusion that might come up, you have to know that I am a bisexual man. I love sharing this story because I'm still proud of it. A few years ago, my ex-girlfriend cheated on me with another guy. She then had the audacity to tell me that if I was a grown-up, I could deal with it and that she hopes we can still be friends, but she lost any feelings for me and is fully in love with this new guy now. If she hasn't said that, I probably wouldn't have made this plan. But now I had to teach her a valuable lesson. I was in a depressed state for a long time and couldn't bring myself to delete her number. And she thought I was her friend now. She started to send me pictures of her and her new boyfriend with laughing emojis.
What
Jesus.
the fuck?
Fuck
Rise.
is going on?
Oh my! I'm gonna fuck the shit out of your ex.
She didn't even care about how much she had hurt me. And then one day, while I went through Tinder, I found someone who was quite familiar. Her new boyfriend. Of course, I wouldn't tell her that her new boyfriend is on Tinder. In fact, I matched with him, which was quite surprising because I thought he was straight and we started a conversation. He didn't know who I was. She never told him she was in a relationship while she was flirting with him. But this was perfect. We had longer conversations and he told me more and more about him. Over the weeks, we learned more and more about each other, and now I had a plan. I suggested that we could meet each other at a bar. He agreed. Keep in mind, he was still in a relationship with my ex-girlfriend at this time. When we met, we had a great time, and one date became many dates. It took me a few months, but then I got him to the point where he developed feelings for me, and I was his affair partner. What he didn't know was that I got in contact with my girlfriend's former ex-boyfriend as well. He broke up with her because he came out as gay. I was in contact with both guys. The ex-boyfriend and I got along very well. In fact, I made him a close friend of mine. In our conversations with my new boyfriend, we talked about sexual desires and he told me that he always wanted to have a threesome, so I suggested one with the gay ex-boyfriend. I knew that he was his type because we kind of look alike and he had feelings for me. So I asked the gay ex-boyfriend if he wanted to become the third one, and to my surprise, he said yes.
I mean, hell yeah.
This is crazy. All the last 3 people she slept with are all going to sleep with each other.
That is like, what are the odds?
Yeah.
I'm honestly still surprised how all of that worked out without her noticing, but it did. And then the day came where I decided to go nuclear. The 2 guys came to my apartment. I led them to the bedroom and they started talking to each other. While they talked, I took a selfie from a safe distance, close enough that she could see their faces, but far enough that they wouldn't notice. Then, the action started.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Of course, I won't go into any detail, but damn, I enjoyed it more than anything in the world. A few days after this, I told him that now that I granted him the wish of a threesome, I wanted something in return.
You're all genies to each other? Is that what
We all get wishes.
I want a D1 kid.
Jesus Christ. Well, he got 3Ds, basically.
Hell yeah.
True. No, he got
2Ds.
2. He already
Yeah.
had one.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So it's
there
a
we go.
D2 kid. Yeah.
D2 kid.
Anyways, I told him that I don't want to be an affair partner any longer and told him that he should either break up with her or I will break up with him. I knew it was hardcore manipulative, but I had a plan and I had the full control over him. He actually broke up with her and he threw her out. I even got him to move out of his apartment to move in with me, meaning that she lost both her home and her boyfriend. But I wasn't done yet. Because after that, she texted me with crying emojis that her boyfriend dumped her and that she regrets leaving me. I then said, "Your boyfriend? Are you talking about this guy?" And I sent her the selfie that I took. She called and texted me several times, but I ignored her. My plan was almost successful. There were only 3 things left that I still had to do. The first was that I told her mother, who hates infidelity more than anything because her father cheated on her mother with another woman. You could say, like father, like daughter. Her mother was angry, but thanked me for telling her. From what I've heard, is that her mother cut ties with her, but I admit that I don't know if that actually happened. And I don't think that it happened, but it would be funny if it was true. The second thing I did was dumping him because, unfortunately for him, he was a cheater too.
Yeah,
and I
was
hate
gonna say.
infidelity as well. The last thing I did was going out with the gay ex-boyfriend. And after a few dates, we got together and we are still a couple. In the end, I destroyed both her and the guy she cheated on me with and couldn't be more proud of myself.
Holy shit.
Holy moly.
And you're
You
dating her
destroyed
ex.
Their lives. Both of them became homeless and single. The guy left his lease or whatever, I assume, to move into with you. And then you were like, actually, no, dude.
I mean, I don't
This
know
is the most evil plan
Yeah,
for justice that I've seen.
it is. I don't know if OP's quite innocent because he knew he was getting him to cheat too.
Yeah, he was cheating. Well, I mean,
He wasn't cheating. He was getting someone he knew was in a relationship to cheat, which is
yeah.
bad as well.
Yeah,
So-
for sure. It was all part of an
the other
evil
person
plan.
engaged with it.
No, they did.
So-
I've already established that those two are heinous
Yeah.
people, but I'm just saying I don't think OP's
Innocent.
scot free here.
But I think OP also is fine with not being innocent.
No, exactly.
OP is
You're like,
1,000%
I know it's
proud.
manipulative, but fuck it. I got a revenge supply.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
Fuck
shit.
Fuck those two.
Oh, man. The fucking talking to or telling the mom, hey, your daughter is kind of a cheater. Damn, he fucking ruined her life completely, which, you know what? Good for OB, to be honest.
I mean, she was terrible. She sending
She
him like
was.
selfies of her new partner after she cheated on you with that person. What the hell?
How the turntables. You mean this one?
You mean these guys?
Dude. I mean, the fact that he blew up 2 lives in one is
Oh, he
so
blew them up.
nice, dude. It's just so crazy.
Oh, shit. All right. Moving on to the amazing Underbaki segment where, boys, we're going to ask, is this poster okay? All right. First one of the day is titled, Telling Everyone to Follow Their Passion is Terrible Career Advice.
Oh, I've heard Bo Burnham say something similar actually. Because he's just like, it's hard to listen to like a celebrity be like, oh, follow your dream. Because he's like, I got lucky.
They made it.
I followed my passion. I got where I wanted to be. But I am like a small percentage of like what's possible. He's like, so be careful when you give that advice.
Yeah. I mean, as like a former dancer, we would give up our social life, our school, or everything to, do dance. And at a certain point, it's like, all right, brother, I haven't made it yet. I better start getting good grades.
Yeah.
Because I better start locking in at school because I don't think I'm going to be booked and blessed. So yeah, there's just always you can't chase them. You just gotta be willing to, sacrifice the other stuff.
And be realistic with yourself as well, I think.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What do you call it? Sorry to always bring up It's Always Sunny. But when Mac, the actor for Mac, he got like super ripped.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like asking him, I was like, how do you do it? Like, how did you manage to lose all that weight and get jacked? And he's like, well, I'm an actor, so like all I do is like I'm getting paid to work out.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could do it too if you had a dietitian all day to work out, not have to be worried about money. What I did is not spectacular, guys.
That is true.
It's
Yeah.
true.
All right, this goes as this. I think follow your passion is one of the most irresponsible pieces of advice we casually give people. For most people, passions change. What you love at 16 isn't what you love at 25, and definitely not at 40. Building your entire financial stability around something that might evolve is risky. Monetizing a passion often kills it. The second your hobby becomes your income, it comes with deadlines, clients, metrics, and pressure. A lot of people end up resenting the thing they once loved. There's also survivorship bias. We constantly hear from the small percentage of people who made it doing what they love. We don't hear from the thousands who tried, burned out, or went broke. A stable job you're neutral about that funds a life you enjoy is incredibly underrated. You don't have to love your job, you just need to not hate it and have enough energy left for the things that actually matter to you. I'm not saying no one should pursue their passion, I just think presenting it as a universal advice sets a lot of people up for unnecessary guilt and disappointment. Is this poster okay?
Yes.
Yeah. It is a negative way to look at life, though, because ultimately it's like, do what you want. But yeah, just be aware. Like, don't ruin your life following your passion, I think is probably a better, advice. Because it's like, I mean, we did this as a passion project for a while, like podcasting in general. And they are right. Like, once it becomes a job, it is more a job than it is just a passion project. But yeah, it does take the magic out of life when it's just like, don't follow your passion.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think pretty much I agree with it, just under the caveat of like, you should still follow it. You know what I mean?
Do
Like,
things you enjoy,
yeah, do things
Yeah.
you should.
not heroin.
Jesus
Who am I
Christ.
to judge? But I do sort of agree to a point where it's kind of like, yeah, like just having a job and like if you don't hate it and it's fine, like I don't think that's the worst thing. It is. I do think it is low-key underrated, I would say.
So
Is
it's like
having
you
a
are
job
living
that's
that right now.
yeah.
Or it's like you don't love your job, but you don't hate it.
I don't hate my job at all.
It lets you live the life that you enjoy living.
Yeah. I love certain aspects. I love that I work in healthcare and I know that what I do benefits patient care.
Yeah.
But am I fucking waking up being like fucking supply chain, baby? I could do this all goddamn, and I probably could do it all day. But like, it's not, it's my passion is, what is it? I work to live. I don't live to work.
Yeah,
And,
that's nice.
I think that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and other people have priorities. Maybe like some people are not so capitalistic coded that it's like, hey, as long as I have the basic needs, I'll fucking pursue whatever the hell I want, whether it makes me money or not.
Yeah.
Maybe some people's purpose is just, enjoy life. And some people just wants to amass as much wealth as possible. Different people have different priorities, and who's to say like what's right or wrong? Because it's ultimately up to the individual.
No, for sure. I mean, the starving artist is like a trope in the world where it's just like, yeah, I mean, the arts are not looked strongly upon unless you crack the top 0.0001%. You're not making money for your art form, which sucks. That sucks because there are some great artists out there who just never make it.
For sure.
So yeah.
I mean, in every art form, there are so many talented people.
I meant artists in the general sense.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. You gotta live life with some vigor, guys.
Yeah.
You can't. I do agree. Underrated to just have a job you don't hate and that pays the bills. But I would say this person needs to bring up that you should still do something that's exciting. You can't only do that.
Yeah, and I think they were saying that. It's just it did come across as negative, and it's just
Condescending
like
a little bit.
yeah. It's like enjoy life, have hobbies, do things you enjoy, but make sure you're comfortable when you do them, and you're not ruining your family's life to follow your passions.
All right, moving on to the next one. This is titled "Blockbuster Video is Too Fondly Remembered."
I mean, people can have their own memories.
Is it that fondly memoried?
I enjoy it. If I'm being
Same.
honest. I have
Sure.
great
Friday night
memories.
drops, new games, new movies. That shit was lit.
Mostly for slumber parties. I never did it for not slumber parties. But
Yeah, I think people nostalgically look back on it, which is like, yeah, fair. But I think if you were to ask them, hey, would you rather drive 20 minutes to the Blockbuster or be able to stream that movie immediately to your TV? Most people would be like, yeah, I'd rather just stream it immediately.
yeah, probably.
Everyone's nostalgic for Blockbuster Video these days, but what I remember fondly were the mom and pop rental stores that were ran out of town by Blockbuster.
True.
These standalone.
Yeah,
Well, all right.
Okay.
Well, if we're-
here we go.
All right. A bait and switch, I would say, OP.
Walmart's overrated too because it capitalized
Fucking
all the
ruined it,
small local stores.
These standalone video stores often ooze with character, not the sterile environment of a franchise. As a bonus, the movie selections were usually far greater. Late fees could be negotiated, and they often sold off unneeded inventory at a large discount. So is this poster okay?
Yeah. They're anti-capitalistic and I love it.
You knew what you were doing with that title, OP.
Oh,
Yeah, of course we'd rather go to any mon pa than any chain. That goes with food. That goes with anything.
Yeah. We
No
had a mom and pop in the town next to mine where we'd go occasionally and rent like Nintendo 64 games. That was the best.
I don't think I ever had a mon pa video store.
Okay.
We had a Blockbuster and a mom and pop like conveniently right next to each other. But
Crazy.
what they did is they
Evil.
That's wild.
They switched up their business model because you know how like Blockbuster is usually like a 3-day rental or like a 7-day rental. They switch it to it's like, hey, if you want to just do like a 1 day, it's a much cheaper, like a much cheaper deal. If you just want to, borrow something and then come back. They did it a lot with video games as well. So like, oh, okay, I'm gonna try this video game. If I like it, then I'll rent it for like longer. So I think that was like I got to go to both. So it was pretty interesting to having both a Blockbuster and like that specific mom and pop.
And now they're probably both out of business.
They're both out of business for sure.
Yeah.
Blame Netflix and always increasing their goddamn price for fucking what, guys?
Nothing. A terrible ending to Stranger Things, apparently.
Oh, I still
haven't
haven't
watched
watched
it.
it.
Yeah, that's what I've heard anyway.
No spoilers in the chat, guys.
All right, last one before we move into our bonus stories. Our bonus story. This one is titled, If You're Easily Triggered by April Fool's Day Shenanigans, Stay Off the Internet.
I mean, I guess if you're easily triggered about anything, maybe the internet is not the greatest place.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah.
Because everyone fucking sucks on there, to be honest.
Especially when you don't know what your next swipe's going to be. It could be anything.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever been triggered. Sometimes I'll see something on April Fool's and be like, and forget it's April Fool's. Like I'm just swiping the first thing in the morning. And then I'll be like, oh, that's cool. And then it'll be like April Fool's. And I'll be like, shit.
Oh, it is that today, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. Like, they'll, like, announce something, and I'm either like, oh, that's cool. Like, I'm excited for that. Or, oh, that's really weird. Why the fuck would anybody want this?
Yeah.
And then it's like April Fool's, and I'm like, okay, well.
You just feel dumb for 2 seconds, and you're like,
Yeah, then
all
I
right.
move on with the rest of my day to get fooled again in another 2 seconds.
The whole day I was fooled.
Oh, nice. Oh, shit.
Oh,
All right.
damn it.
Okay, I forgot.
I'm really getting tired of people preaching to the masses that they should all alter their behavior to protect a select few sensitive people. Maybe instead of trying to go alter everyone else's behavior, which is impossible, just stay off the internet for 1 day. You might actually enjoy it. Social media is not a human right, and if social media is supposed to reflect the real world, then it cannot be a safe space, as the real world is not and never will be a safe space.
I don't know if this person's just like, I hate snowflakes kind of person.
Yeah,
you know
the
what I mean?
tone is
That's
not
the vibe.
great.
That's the vibe I'm
vibe
getting.
and tone is not great.
Because it's like,
I mean, I kind of understand the message, for
But
sure.
it's coming across as like, trigger warnings are dumb. It's like, no, trigger warnings are used, like when used properly, are a good tool for people to use. And I think,
if I'm expecting like a safe, sorry, I'm interrupting.
no,
the
that's
fuck
okay.
Out of
Go
you.
ahead.
Like not every place could be a safe place. True, but like there are certain places on the internet where it's like, all right, this is a safe place, and then if it becomes not that, then people do have a right to be angry and upset because I'm expecting one thing, I'm getting another.
Well, and it's like, I imagine most people are fine with most, social media pranks. There are some that are just so unhinged that it's like, well, that's just should be illegal. You know what I mean?
I do hate a lot of them.
That's
I'm
what
gonna
I
be
mean.
honest with you.
Yeah, there was like that kidnapping prank that went viral like 10 years ago or whatever, where
Did we do a story about that, Josh? About like
We
kind of
might
like a
have.
wedding kidnapping too?
we might have done something like that, yeah. But anyway, it's like, yeah, that shit is triggering to people because it's actually a traumatic thing that you're making fun of and pranking, quote unquote, someone for. It's like, yeah, that's not funny. But if it's like, oh, Papa John's is selling burgers now or something like that, it's like, oh, that's kind of funny. And then I don't know, it's like there's different
Yeah.
levels to this.
Just people would be taking it over the top. It's like, all right, well, damn, chill here a little bit.
Exactly.
All right, boys. Anything to say before we close out the episode? I do have some merch messages that I'm about to read out.
Guys, now would be the time to join the Patreon. That might be the greatest Patreon story we've had in a while. At least
got
one of my
confused.
favorites.
And this isn't a prank.
Not a prank. I really did enjoy it.
But if you thought it was a prank, you're an idiot, and I didn't cheat.
Mhm.
Inside
Got 'em.
joke. Inside joke if you're a patron member.
Yeah. Anything to add before I read out merch messages, guys?
That's it, brother. Ashley,
Ashley
the
was not
story
good
that
on
we
our
did.
Patreon.
your box is packaged. I just need to know where to send it
There
to.
was a better way to phrase that, I think.
Oh, ew. Ew, move on, John.
You did wrong there,
Packaged
I
the shit
think.
out of that box, Ashley.
Nope. The guys are making it way worse than I ever
stuffed the
intended.
shit out of that box, Ashley.
Hell no, I did not. No way, dude.
You see
Oh.
what this Brown did for you, Ashley, with that box?
I'm just saying, Ashley, if you give me your address, there will be a package waiting for you. And there's nothing the guys could say sexual about that.
No,
Let's read
you're
some
right.
merch
Is it a-
messages.
How big is a package, Sean? Is it like small?
It honestly
package?
couldn't be more thin.
What could Brown do for you is what I'm asking.
Exactly.
Give me that address and we'll find out. Right? There's nothing weird. I'm just trying to send mail.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Let me know where you
exactly.
live.
We've lost the plot.
Hey, you're gonna get a restraining order in your ass, bro.
There's going to be 50 different Ashleys that fucking
Please
file
stop.
it. Just in case I'm the one, I don't remember. It was 6 months ago.
I don't want it.
It could be me.
Oh shit! All right, boys, let's read some merch messages. This is all the way back from September, so I'm not entirely sure
Holy.
what merch that was. This one is from Maureen. They put, "Can't wait to get this Kitty Rich sticker up alongside my Honka Honka one on my car. You guys rock." And Sean, you guys are Kia Soul Sister from Maureen.
Whoa. Nice.
Sing it.
Hamsters together. Hey, soul sister, I don't want to miss single thing you do
That was beautiful.
tonight.
The gift that keeps on giving. The next one is from Ryan, who actually designed the merch. So
Hey.
shout out Ryan. They put, "I drew the shirt. Yes, you can say my name. John asked the name of the book I drew while listening. It's called Good Old Fashioned Korean Spirit." So
Oh,
shout out to Ryan.
hell yeah.
Ryan Estrada, the GOAT. Go to his website. Go to
goat.
his Instagram. He's the author behind the farting in an office cabinet story. from way
Cullen
back
story,
when.
yeah.
Yeah.
He had a lot of crazy ass fucking happenings in his life.
He did.
Jesus.
He did.
And if that Colin sounds interesting, $15 tier, you know where to sign up.
Damn right. All right, Amanda commented, "Longtime listener, first time merch buyer, super cool design. We'll be back for more."
Oh, hell
Thank
yeah.
you, Amanda. Mason put, "Can't wait to get my hands on the Emoween merch in time for spooky season. Had to get that Kitty Rich mug to add to my collection."
Nice.
This one is from Sarah Ann, who also contributed another $10 on top of that. They put, "Thank you so much for being friends I can always tune into. I feel like we've been friends for years. Thank you for everything you do."
Hell yeah. Thank you, sir.
Bestie. And then Lynn donated an additional $22.90.
Whoa, thanks, Lynn.
And they put appreciation, spelled SHAUGHN, message for you all. Thanks for being great.
Whoa, I appreciated that.
I don't.
Yeah, yeah. But does the money counteract with your disgust for how your name is spelled, Sean?
Barely.
Might have to send more, Lynn, fortunately. All right, this is from Susan. They put Rich here. Thank you guys for being awesome. You brighten my days. By the way, who the hell is Sean?
Who is that guy?
Haven't heard that.
Sounds
in a
handsome.
while.
That's
He does
true.
sound hot. Probably with the fucking biggest cock you've ever seen.
The biggest package you've ever
The
seen.
biggest fucking package. It could never fit in a box.
Anyways, moving on. This one is from Amanda, who sent an additional $3. They put, thank you guys for all the laughter and sometimes tears. Can't wait to get my merch, and I'll be sending you a little something very soon.
I imagine we got it, and thank you.
Sounds almost as
Probably.
threatening as Sean's Ashley bit.
Anastasia donated an additional $10. They put, love you guys. And we love you too, Anastasia.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jasmine commented, love you guys for a while. Love from the UK.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, mate.
We love
That's
you.
it.
This is from Jesse. They just sent an additional $3. Thank you,
Thank
Jesse.
you.
Lilith, they put, go Knights go. Read it, white man, is what they put.
They're terrible right now. They've just fired their head
Well.
coach, so
Oh, shit.
yeah, what up?
Damn.
Now change is happening, Lilith.
Yeah.
Now we're going to rise up like a phoenix among the flames.
Easily could. The Pacific Division sucks ass. So.
Allison commented, proud Rich since August 2022.
Whoa.
Oh, that's
Oh,
episode
gee.
1, no?
No, wait, that was 2021 is when we started. my
Really?
guy.
We've been here for a while.
We've been
Kudos
here for
to
a
us.
minute.
Longer than Sean
Fuck
thought.
yeah.
Yeah.
Love you guys, and thanks to Ryan for this amazing design and for sharing his crazy stories. Call back to Ryan's
Hell
crazy
yeah.
ass life. Camille sent $6.90 additional.
Oh, let's go.
Thank you, Camille.
Thank you.
They put, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for helping me realize I'm worthy of love. Please keep being the amazing examples you are. Decorum. I can
Wow.
never do my boy justice for that.
It's been a while since we've done a court episode.
It's been a while.
People are either love him or hate him.
It's a
It's
hot
hit
or
or
cold,
miss,
yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah.
Jasmine sent an additional 69 cents. Let's
Oh,
fucking
thank you,
do it.
Jasmine.
They put, thanks to our ever gracious host, Sean, Bartholomew Henry, they put John, and Fernando Rodriguez, Josh. Remember, kids, begging/bribing works. What do we do?
That
I
is-
don't know what we did.
No, that's
then,
my
but-
legal name, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Josh hasn't been white this whole time. He's been Hispanic. He's just white passing.
I'm
We
just
love
Let me,
real
say
Joe.
your,
white
let me hear you
passing.
say your government name one time, Josh.
No,
Let me
no,
hear
no,
your
no.
Fernando
There's a reason I go
Rodriguez
by
real quick.
Josh.
Tina commented, couldn't resist getting the new merch. You guys have become my favorite podcast thanks to YouTube aggressively suggesting Reddit on Wiki to me.
Listen to
Shout
us.
out the algo.
Hell yeah.
Guys, the next few seconds of Immerse message has mentions of SA, so if it's not something that you want to listen to, skip about like 10 seconds. Thank you. Ashley put, hey guys, I found y'all while struggling to terms with SA. My life blew up recently, which has encouraged me to get sober. Sending you a lot of love, Ashley.
Yeah. All the love, Ashley.
Yeah.
Megan donated an additional $3. They put, thank you for keeping me company and for all that you do. This one is from Shauna. They put, I've had a bad day. Take my money and give me a hoodie. We'll take
That
it.
is how that
Hope
works.
you had a better day. Christina sent another $3. They put, thank you guys for being great guys, and thanks for being great guys and helping me through two cross-country moves.
Whoa.
Whoa.
shit.
You move back and forth?
That's
Wild.
a lot of gas. Gas is expensive, even back then.
Not as much. Not as expensive.
Not as much
That
as
was really
Jesus
bad.
Christ. Claudia donated an additional $1.23. They put free Sean.
Yeah.
We're
We
trying.
all want a free Sean. And Danella donated an additional
Ooh,
$14.16. They put discount equals donation amount. Also, I found a hack to get merch after it disappears. Love the merch and the show. Keep being amazing.
How the fuck are you doing that?
I don't know. I'm sure there's still
I don't
links
know,
to it.
Danella.
Don't say
Probably.
that. Edit this out.
And then last one for today. This is from Tanya, who gave an additional $3. They put buying because I cannot Venmo. I always thought in the intro the sound for I don't know how to read was actually camaraderie, which
It
can kind
works.
of sound very similar.
There's been a
It does
few
work.
that people have come up with and been like, I thought it was this and something very similar. So that's funny.
All right, but that is it for merch messages for September of 2025. We're catching up slowly, guys. But boys, anything you'd want to say before we close this episode off?
Give me your money and join the Patreon.
I gotta do it like
Patreon.com/Cultivate
this.
Podcast
Kill shot.
Network.
Now.
All
And
right, guys.
Ashley, tell me where you live.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello.
Get therapy. Overheard. Get therapy.